few tips to make a thigh stretch more comfortable. First of all, feel free to add extra padding under your back. You might like to go, as I have, with a blanket that sort of is underneath your whole torso, or maybe you want an extra layer just under hips or shoulders. Once you're comfortable on the floor, just begin lying down, taking your time to get your hips and your shoulders comfortable. And then a good starting point is to pop thin blocks or cushions underneath your upper arms. And that means that if you're going for the option of bringing your thigh towards you and holding onto it, your arms are already supported and you're not having to overstretch to reach the thigh. And you'll find over time that you know the sweet spot of where to put the blocks. I quite like them almost touching my ribs. And that just gives me a bit of extra help there. I'm not having to pull on my hands. I'm not having to lift my shoulders as an effort because the arms, particularly the elbows, are supported by the blocks. So that's option one. Option two is to use a strap just as an arm extender. So you still hold on with your hands either side of the thigh, but because the strap is going over the top of the thigh, it doesn't matter if the hands don't quite reach. And you could do this with blocks or without blocks if you prefer. And that can be a good way to help keep your elbows comfortable on the floor and still get some purchase and support for the leg. Option three requires a little bit more setup, but if you're looking for a big stretch, it's a lovely approach. You take your strap and you make it into a loop. So you feed one end through the hole. And then you bring that quite big loop around your back so that the strap is resting on the back of your ribs and you've got the sort of single end free in front of you. And you want it quite big at this point. And then you lie down. Now you feed one leg through and bring the back of the strap to rest on the back of your thigh. And then you tighten the strap. And you get to the point where the strap is supporting your thigh here. Get it nice and tight. And then you fold the leg in. And because the strap is supporting you and it's weighted down by your ribs, you don't need your hands at all. Then you can just rest your hands by your side. Particularly if you want to take a longer time here, this can be a really nice option. Or if you want to combine it with cactus arms to stretch the chest, or to have your arms out, or just to let the arms completely relax. Since that one's a little bit trickier, I'll talk you through the whole process again. So you begin sat up with a very big loop and you've got the end free in front of you. And you want the back of your loop resting on your ribs. Then you lie down and you bring your leg through and you bring the back of the loop or the front of, and you bring the front of the loop, as it were, to rest on the back of the thigh. Now tighten the strap and you'll reach a point where there's enough tension in this circle that the strap supports the leg and you don't have to hold on. At which point you fold the leg and you may find then that you can actually tighten it a little bit more. You shouldn't feel any pressure on the ribs. If you do, loosen it off. But you should find that helps you to hold the leg in place without needing the arms. When you're ready to leave this version of the pose, start off by stretching the leg up a little bit, and that will just give you enough tension that you can start to wiggle the strap free. Depending on the type of strap you've got and your motor skills, it might be a little bit tricky. When you've got enough give in the circle, as it were, or in the loop, when you've got enough give in the loop, you bring the foot back through, and then you can either just lie down and come into your shavasana, or move into another lying pose and leave the strap where it is, or sit up, bring the strap away. Thank you.